All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Caro, and welcome everybody to the Swisscoin business presentation. My name is Andreas Cartrud. I'm the senior upline for the Swiss Dream Team. I'm also a Swisscoin Purple Diamond. Now, what we're going to go through is, of course, Swisscoin. We're going to look at a little bit what money is, what cryptocurrency is, Swisscoin itself, what Swisscoin offers. Before we actually shift gear and jump over to a little bit more of the distributor training and go through the compensation plan more in detail, a little bit about the back office, etc., etc. So let's just jump right into it. We're going to start look at the evolution of money and what money really is. Now, first of all, money is actually just something that contains value for you and me. Now, it's something that we can actually trade for something, another thing that contains value. Now, the best thing to compare this is actually with the early farmer, and actually the farmers until today as well. They still trade products and goods for other things. Now, that has a value for them. We actually also start to use anything from rare seashells to precious stones, whatever we could find that was actually desirable by the other man or the other woman. And as soon as it was desirable by somebody else, they were willing to exchange something else for that thing. Now, we also then discovered silver, gold, other precious metals, and such things, and they actually had a lot higher value to us because it was even more limited. It was hard to get, and we decided even more. So we could actually we can ask for more in exchange for that thing. So that's actually how money came along. And about 200 years ago, we introduced or were introduced to the fiat currency that we use today. Now that's actually all currencies. That's the dollar, the euro, the naira, the yen, the kroner. Every currency we use is a fiat currency. And it's actually a government-based and government-controlled form of currency that we use. Now, the thing about this is that it always loses value. Now, this is because, as said, the government can control it, and they also have an unlimited amount because they can print more. Now, we also are very familiar with the credit cards. They were introduced to the market about 40 years ago, and when they first arrived, none believed that we will have all our money, our physical money that we can touch, stored on a little plastic card. It just didn't fit into our imagination. But today it has been on the market so long, this is just normal to us. 80% of the world's economy is online today. It's just digits on a screen. And that's what we see in the credit cards. And we can see a lot of online banking. Banks are turning that way. We have PayPal options, perfect money, pay by year. And then the next step we're actually looking at now in terms of money and currency is digital currency. It's cryptocurrency. And what is cryptocurrency? Well, it is digital money, very easily put. You can actually compare it to digital gold because it is a limited amount and it is inflation secure, meaning that there's actually no government, no bank behind this kind of currency. And that also makes that the value is only set by the supply and demand, just like gold. Now, it also enables a brand new financial industry where it enables faster, cheaper, and more secure transactions through your mobile phone or actually any device with an internet access. And today we can see that all major banks all around the world, they're looking at implementing cryptocurrency and the underlying technology of blockchain. And the first cryptocurrency we actually could see on the market, that was Bitcoin. I think you all heard of that. Now, what's so fascinating about Bitcoin is that when it started in 2008 or trading in 2009, it was traded at $0.02 per Bitcoin. Now, after about 4 years, the value of one Bitcoin has rose to above $1,200 per Bitcoin. Now that's amazing. And that made a lot of early investors very, very wealthy. But a lot of people also missed out. But let's just look at the numbers. I mean, if you invested 500 euro when Bitcoin was valued as only 0.1, that's not even from the start. It's at 0.1. You would have had a total of 5,000 Bitcoins. Now, today's value is a little bit less than $1,200 per coin. It's about 600, 650 euro. But if you multiply 5,000 with 600 euro, you have about 3 million euros in cash from an investment of 500 euro. Now, that's not a bad ROI. Now, if you look at Switzerland, this is the new crypto valley. Now, this is the European valley where all major companies like Bitcoin, Swissmine, Monetas, Blockchain Source, Ethereum, Swisscoin, amongst many, many others, are based. And this is actually where the future of cryptography will be written. Now, the blockchain itself, this is where it happens. Now, the blockchain is basically a distributed database, and this forms an online ledger. And the reason we want to look at this is because this is what's important. In the blockchain, all users, they're connected to each other, and it uses state-of-the-art cryptography to make it safe. Now, we actually have a global distributed database that can record the fact that we've done any form of transaction. And this is the important part, that it can record the fact that we've done any form of transaction. Now, if you also look at it, all users, they are connected to each other, and they're connected into the blockchain. That means they have a unique key that gives them access. This is how everything can be traced. So when a transaction is performed, it's synchronized and it's registered in the blockchain. And this, it cannot be manipulated. So we have an extraordinary thing. It's an immutable, unhackable, distributed database of digital assets. Now, if we compare the blockchain with the transaction methods to a normal bank transaction day, just look at the picture. If we go by the database and I want to send funds to anybody today, I have to go through a bank or a trusted third party, we can call them, because there's banks, you have Western Union, you have exchange offices, things like this. Now, I send my money, they go through the bank or the trusted third party, they take the money for a couple of days because they have to send it and update the system, everything like that. And that's going to cost them a lot of money. That means that's going to cost me a lot of money. It takes me days and it takes me money before I actually can send the funds over to the other person. Now, compare that to the blockchain, which is completely peer-to-peer. You don't have a third party because the blockchain is the third party. The blockchain does the transaction and it records the fact that you have done any form of transaction. So when I want to send funds to anybody, I'm also connected to everybody in that blockchain, which means that the transaction goes instant. It doesn't cost me anything, and it's global. I can send funds wherever in the world as long as they're connected into the blockchain. This is amazing. Now, the three most important reasons for the blockchain, and of course there's several more, but as we just spoke about, the banking opportunity, transaction, the number one reason is about banking the unbanked people, because there's about 2 billion people on this earth. That's 40% of the world's grown population. They don't have access to banking today. And you know what this does? Well, it slows down any kind of area or town, city or country that doesn't have banking because they don't have a proof of ownership. They don't have proof that they own anything because they don't have a document or somebody to prove it for them. They can't prove a transaction. They can't prove a payment. But with the blockchain, they can. But as we said, without banks, they will never be able to develop as it should. But right now, with the blockchain, anybody can have access to it as long as they have an internet connection or a mobile phone. This is what's so amazing. More than 2 billion people will now have access to proof of ownership, proof of transaction, proof of work. And this is what's important. And then we also actually have the remittances, because we spoke about the trusted third parties, and then we have Western Union and MoneyGram, which also are the trusted third party, but they're independent, and they charge an average on 7% in fees all the way up to 29%. Now, the thing is that this only affects the people that don't have access to banking, the 2 billion people that don't have access to bankings. Now, if they want to send funds, take all the people working outside of their own country to support their family, working a lot of money, and every month they send funds back home to their family, and they do it through Western Union or MoneyGram. Now, if they send €1,000, that means maybe 800 will arrive because they have their fees and they have the currency exchange and whatever. So this only affects the poor even more. And it should not cost money to send money. And number three, it's actually about creating a stable global currency, because the blockchain offers a global payment solution through digital money. And that's the coins, And this is with the blockchain definitely the future of payments. Now, instead of having the fiat currency that only loses value over time, we have a stable, inflation secure currency not affected by governments or banks, meaning it doesn't affect in value. The only thing that sets a cryptocurrency is the demand for it. Now, Swisscoin itself is a secure and a real cryptocurrency that was launched June 4th, 2016. The start value of Swisscoin was at 0.03 euro, and today it's at 0.08. It has a difficulty to generate the coins, and that's on 2. And the company is out of Switzerland in Canton Zug. We have a total of 10 billion Swiss coins in the blockchain, and we have more than 400,000 members in the first 3 months. Now that's huge. Now all members, they also get a free insurance on their e-wallet, meaning that any funds you have in the blockchain e-wallet, they're insured. We are the people's coin, meaning we have academy packages ranging from 25 euros and up, and that gives everybody, anyone, no matter where they grew up, where they're from, who they are, race, gender, sex, whatever, they can all participate in Swisscoin. Swisscoin is here for the people to benefit. Now, MasterCard, as we have an agreement, they connected in October, and cards will now be issued to members within February 2017. They're now in the process of selecting a provider for Swisscoin, and after that, all KYC will be approved, and the cards will be issued. But this is a process, so it takes some time. Now, we will have more than 30,000 merchants to connect in the Swisscoin merchant platform within summer 2017. And we're launching the IPO. That means we're turning the private company into public and going to go on a public exchange by the end of 2017. And that's huge, guys. In less than a year, Swisscoin is going to be on the public market. Now, the distribution of the 10 billion coin is going to go like this. There's going to be 1% that's going to mine to the developer. 1% will be mined to the early investors. And then we're going to have 18% that goes to merchants and marketers that are working with Swisscoin. While 80% of the coins, that's 8 billion coins, they will be mined for the people to benefit from. And some of the highlights are that we are, of course, offering the banking solution to people. More than 2 billion people can now get access to banking solution through Swisscoin blockchain, MasterCard, and e-wallets. Now, we had 9 stars on the coin, and they represent countries and continents that will accept the coin, and they are a part of our community. We're fast, cheap, and traceable, meaning that Swisscoin has implemented KYC approval, not to allow anonymous transaction. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. This is a standard banking procedure, and therefore they can now prevent money laundering, fraud, terrorist funding, war funding, and many, many other illegal activities we know cryptocurrency has been used for. We're also very simple and secure. We're using one of the most secure and safe cryptographic encryption methods there is. And then we have one of the most important things, which is the Swiss cross. The Swiss cross is only worn by quality products from Switzerland, and we have that imprinted on the coin. And as said, MasterCard will be issued early 2017. They have now connected in October and are in the process of issuing the cards to Swisscoin members. Now, Swisscoin going to be the next coin? Why is Swisscoin going to be one of the top 3 cryptocurrencies on the market? Well, there's so many out there, and let's look at the other cryptocurrencies in general. First and foremost, they're all decentralized, meaning that there's actually nobody there to back that coin up. There's nobody actually there that controls what's happening. And that makes it just a lot of speculation on it, because it's a person or several person that writes the blockchain, put it on the open, put the source code out there, and they're now hoping for people to catch on. It's just a lot of speculation. They put a fancy logo on it, a cool name, write the blockchain, and then catch on and invest. Nothing saying they will. It's also very high tech, meaning you actually need to know what you're doing. You need to know the programs, you need to know the source codes, you need to have the computers, the power. There's a lot of complicated things on it, and that makes it very, very limited. It's also limited in the fact that, do as many transactions in a year that MasterCard can do in a day. That means that they're not actually adapted, or they're not actually accustomed for the market, the masses. And it's also mainly for high investors, meaning you need to put a lot of money in to actually make a little bit of money on all the fluctuation on the coin. And the main focus is on public trading. They have actually no desire of being anything else than a public traded coin. They also allow the anonymous transaction, and that makes them not being able to be a part of the monetary system. Now, let's look at Swisscoin for a while. First and foremost, we are centralized. Now, this does not mean there's a government behind, or meaning there's the bank doing this. This just means that there's a company behind controlling and organizing what's going on. And they have a strategy on how to enter the market. They're not hoping for anything. They're not speculating on how this will go. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it right now as we speak. Now, their main focus is on the utility of the coin. It's not on the public trading. It's on the utility, the usage of the coin. Because if you can't spend the money you have in your pocket right now, what use are they? Now, we want to be able to have a coin that we can actually go out and spend and use and buy whatever we want. That's what the company has focus on. We're also secure and traceable with the KYC implementations. That makes us being able to be a part of the global economy. And very, very important, we are user friendly. We have focus on educating people on the benefits of cryptocurrency, and we have a user friendly system, meaning that anyone, a 5-year-old or a 95-year-old can participate in Swisscoin. It is so simple, because that's what companies made it for. This is what's necessary for us to reach the masses. And they're actually offering the education, the Swisscoin Academy, to people. This is to create more awareness. It's an online education in cryptocurrency and blockchain and finance. And the packages is ranging from 25 euros all the way up to 15,000 euro. In the packages, you will also receive, except the Academy level, you will receive a number of free tokens and a number of free splits. Now, we're going to talk about what the tokens and what the split is. Now, the tokens is actually what gives you access to the Swisscoin mining pools. Now, they are used so the company can actually calculate how many coins you will get back depending on your total investment. We can say that one token is actually valued at 0.1, so a 500 euro investment, that will give you 5,000 tokens. Then we have the split. Now, the split is a company bonus, which when it occurs, we have a split indicator in the back office. It will double the amount of tokens you just bought. Now, the split will happen about every 2 or 3 months, and you accumulate tokens. You invest what you want to invest between the split or before the split, so that you have as many tokens as possible. And when the split happens, all those tokens will actually double, giving you twice the amount of coins back after mining. So let's just say you had invested 500 euro, you got 5,000 tokens, and you also got one split. Now the 5,000 euro, they turn to 10,000 tokens. And then we have the difficulty rate. Now the difficulty rate is actually how the company can calculate how many Swisscoin you usually receive from mining pool, depending on the number of tokens that you submitted. Now let's continue with the 10,000 token we have. We submitted them to the difficulty 2, as it is now. That gives us 5,000 Swisscoin. Now what you do is you take the total number of tokens and you divide it with the difficulty level. So 10,000 divided by 2, that gives you 5,000 Swisscoin after the mining. And the mining itself, yeah, well, that's completely handled by the company. This is what's so user-friendly. We don't have to do that. This is what company does. We just purchase the desired package, and the remaining will be automatic. The splitting of the tokens will be automatic. The submitting of the tokens will be automatic. The mining will be automatic. And then the coins will be back at your account. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Anybody can do this. Now, as I said about mining, today's difficulty level is 2. That means, as we said, you're paying 2 tokens in order to get 1 Swisscoin. Now, some of the future mining difficulty rate will be, because as the value of Swisscoin goes up, so does the difficulty level. That means you have to pay more tokens in order to get one Swisscoin. So it can be next time 3 to 1. Next time after that, it could be 5 to 1, then 8 to 1, 13 to 1, 21 to 1, 48 to 1. It all depends on the demand for Swisscoin and what the value becomes after a split. Because after the split is when we will see how much people has invested and how many coins will be mined and distributed and out to the public. All right, so what can we actually expect in terms of growth? Well, right now we're at 0.08 euro per coin. And by the end of this year, which is actually less than 2 months, we're looking at 0.3. Now, this is of course not accurate, but this is company expectations. It can be less and it can be more as well. And next year again, we're looking at 1. 2018, we're looking at 2.5. 19, we're looking at 5. 2020, we're actually looking at 10 euro, and of course, still climbing. Now, during this period of time, we're also pulling in a lot of merchants, will of course increase the demand. We'll have a lot of people coming in. The demand is about 6 times higher than what the company actually expected. So it's going to be fun to see actually what the value of the Swisscoin will be in the future. Now, we can just calculate a little bit on what the investment and what that will give us. We did the 500 euros. We're going to continue with that. It gives you the Trader 500 package with 5,000 tokens and 1 split as we went through. Now, after the split, we have 10,000 tokens. Mind at today's difficulty level 2, you will receive 5,000 Swisscoin. As we said, 10,000 divided by 2 gives you 5,000. And 5,000 times just 1 euro in 2017, that's 5,000 euro. That's 10 times the money you put in. If you take 5,000 times 5, that's 25,000 euro. And 5,000 times 10, that's 50,000 euro. 50,000 euro from an investment of 500. I mean, that's amazing. This is huge. Being able to be a part of a cryptocurrency from start is it has so many benefits. And yeah, you can just see what happened to the guys who were in Bitcoin early age. All right, so we spoke a little bit about the investment opportunity in Swisscoin, the products it offers, what it actually gives you. It's an incredible opportunity we have here. And the way that they actually chose to market this company is by the network marketing model, meaning that people can actually have an opportunity to work with the company, to share the company, because cryptocurrency is a new field. A lot of us, me, you guys, we didn't have a clue about what cryptocurrency just a couple of weeks ago for a lot of people on this call. And the way you actually got to discover cryptocurrency was not by a commercial or a radio ad or something like that. No, it was through a friend that recommended you to actually take a closer look at what blockchain is and what cryptocurrency is, because it has generated a lot of millionaires. And we are in the birth of cryptocurrency, of any cryptocurrency. We are in the birth of blockchain, the industry itself. And this is when opportunities and possibilities thrive. This is actually when people become millionaires and billionaires. So yeah, you took the recommendation from a friend to learn more about blockchain. And that friend put in a little bit of effort to learn these things and put in a little bit of effort to actually recommend this to you and introduce you. So we did the network marketing model so that everybody who does this can get rightfully paid for the effort they do. And some of the special features we have in the marketing plan, we're going to go through them. It is first and foremost that, all revenues, this is by invitation only. Let me just take this. This is by invitation only, meaning you have to go through an already existing member in Swisscoin in order to actually be participating to get your account. Now, this makes sure that everybody gets connected to each other. And if you share your link and if you share information with somebody and they want to know more about Swisscoin, they want to open their account, they maybe want to invest, they go through your invitation link. And that is being calculated as a sale. Any investment that you generate, your efforts generate, is calculated as a sale. So all revenues in sales, then we say that 1 euro is calculated at 0.8 BV, business volume. They accumulate over all time to automatically achieve a higher commission and a higher rank. Now you're going to see this in the compensation plan, how big this is. The business volume that you accumulate, it accumulates over all time. It doesn't go away. And this is to automatically achieve a higher commission and a higher rank. This is important. Then we have the bonus and the career levels. They are also retained over all time, meaning that once you hit a bonus percentage level or a career level, you have that for the remainings of your life or until you move up in rank. You're not going to lose it. This is also huge. Then we have a 60-40 rule, meaning that we have 60% of all the commission you make will go to your cash account. And the cash account is free to use. You can do whatever you want with that. You can withdraw that to your local bank account. You can use it through the MasterCard that we will get. You can actually sell the funds to a downline in order to help them fund their account to purchase their package, which will just generate more commission to you. Yeah, it's free to use, so to say. And then 40% of the commission you make, it will go to a trading account. And that goes to reinvest in Swisscoin for your benefit, meaning that 40% of whatever you earn in Swisscoin will go to purchase more tokens and get more Swisscoins for you to benefit from. That's cool. That's really cool. Now we have 5 ways of getting paid. Now I'm actually going to open up another slide to do this a little bit more in depth. I think we all know these 5 ways, but we're going to go through them a little bit better anyway. So this is the marketing plan and the compensation plan. We're also going to look at how the structure is putting up, because the marketing plan we have is a linear. It's a hybrid, so to say. Now, that a linear marketing plan means that you only build on your first line, meaning you build wide. You do not build deep. You're the only one with your link. There's only one way to sponsor people in or to place people, and that is on your first line next to each other. Because each and every one will now build their own team just as the same way as you're doing. This is not about, you're not getting a spillover from your upline. You're not getting help in order that they will sponsor people below you or put people below you. No, this is 100% support with information, education, and to teaching the downline how they can actually inform, educate, and teach their downline in order to create duplication. Now, success in network marketing is not about having spillovers. Success is about creating duplication in your team. Now, the huge benefits with this marketing plan is that we have no dead legs. There's actually only one team. You have an instant payout on everything. Now, this is huge. Instant payout on everything. So just take a look at the picture. You're on the top. You have your first line. Now, that's the people on the first line below you. These are your personal sponsor. Now, when they start to share again to their network, they're going to start to build their own team, meaning they will build their first line, which will automatically become your second line. And then the second line will continue to build the third will build the fourth will build the fifth, and so forth. And wherever there is a sale in your organization, you're going to get paid according to the compensation plan. Now, and as we said, it's 5 ways to make money. All bonuses are regulated daily in Swisscoin, meaning that whatever you do today, you'll get paid for tomorrow. And it's all paid out by the 60-40 rule. First and foremost, we have the direct bonus. So company will actually reward you with a 10% direct bonus on all direct referral sales or investments. And there's no limit to how many you can sponsor into Swisscoin, meaning you can share your link with as many people as possible and that you can sponsor them into Swisscoin. And it's not just about sponsoring them in. You actually have to take care of them and teach them and show them the business as well, so that they'll be able to know what they're going to do and what to say to their network. And as we said, €1 is 0.8 BV. That means business volume. And that means that if you generate a sale of €1,000 in Swisscoin, you will receive 800 BV. That's 1,000 times 0.8, giving you 800 BV. And then you get a 10% commission on the BV volume. That's €80 from that sale. And then we have the fast start bonus. The fast start bonus is that if you accumulate at least 5,000 BVs within the first 30 days, you will receive an additional 10%. Now, 5,000 BV, that gives you 500 euro in commission, plus an additional 10%, that's another 500. So it makes it a total 1,000 euro. And if you accumulate 10,000 BV, you'll get 1,000 in commission, plus an additional 1,000 from company. That's a total of 2,000 euro. So that's a very good way to boost your start, so to say. So go for the fast start bonus if you're new in the company, and it is from the first day you sign in to Swisscoin, not from you activate the account, because this is also important to know. You do receive the direct bonus even if you have a free account. I mean, even if you haven't purchased a package yourself or upgraded your account, you do receive the direct bonus. So if you sponsor somebody with a free account, you can still earn money. All right, let's look at the team bonus. Now we have a team bonus, and to qualify for that one, you need to invest in a tester 50 euro yourself. And you need to have at least 2 direct partners on your first line. That means you sponsor in 2 people with at least an investment of 25 euros. That's the smallest package. Now, all BVs, as we said, they're accumulated over all time from start to automatically achieve higher bonus levels. And let's just look at the graph here. Now, you see the percentage, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all the way up to 22%. And then at the bottom, you see a BV count. At the 2%, you see 1,000 BV. That means that when you accumulate 1,000 BV, up until that, you're not getting paid on the team bonus. When you accumulated 1,000 BV, let's say 5 250 euro packages, that's 1,250 times 0.8 makes it 1,000 BV. You will now start to receive a 2% commission on all sales done by those 5 people. So that meaning when they start to sponsor people in and they will be earning a direct commission, you will get a 2% commission on all those sales in the business volume. When you reach 5,000 BV, you'll get the 4%. When you reach 10,000 BV, you'll get 6%. Then 25 gives you 8, 50 gives you 10, and so forth. And this is actually I don't have words for how good this compensation plan is. And it's also important to know that the team bonus pays out on the difference to your own partners. Now, that means it pays out on the difference to the partners you have on your first line, the ones you sponsored in. And it's also on all sales down through infinity, meaning it does not stop. Doesn't matter how far down your team grows, you will always get a percentage on any sale done. All right, let's just look at what it means with the difference to your own partners. Now, let's say you have 5 partners that you sponsored into Swisscoin, and they all accumulated 10,000 BME, meaning they started to build a team, they generated sales in their downline, and they accumulated 10,000 BV each. That means they're now on the 6% mark. Now, you as the upline, you will have 5 times 10,000, meaning you have 50,000 BV, and that gives you a 10% commission in team bonus, right? All right. Now, since your partners have a 6% on all sales done, you now have a 4% override. You have the difference from 6 to 10. That's a 4% override on all sales done by the entire team on those 5 legs. So it doesn't matter who generates a sale, you'll get a 4% override. Now, this is statistic. Now, in any leg and any team, they will have different volume. Now, some might have 1,000 BV, some might have 5,000 BV, some might have 12,000 BV, and some might have 50,000 BV, and you have 250,000 BV. Now, that means that if the sale happens with the person who have 50,000 BV and 10%, you will have a 4% override. If the sale happened at the person who has 1,000 BV with 2%, you'll have a 10% over or 12% override. So that is how it works. The percentage gives you the difference to your own partners. Now, let's say you sponsor number 6. Now, then you will have a total of 10% team bonus until that person has accumulated the 1,000 BV as we just spoke of. Then you have the 8% override and so forth and so forth. All right, so let's look at the matching bonus. Now, to qualify for the matching bonus and get that one, you need to have at least a tester 250 invested yourself and 2 direct partners with at least a tester 50 invested. And this is also important to note. It is not qualifying to accumulate smaller packages to the amount of 250 in order to actually qualify for this package. Meaning you cannot buy 200 euro packages and 150 euro and then think you qualify for the 250. You have to purchase the 250 euro directly. But you can purchase the 50 first, you can purchase the 100 first, and then you can purchase the 250 later, but you have to do the full amount. Now, the matching bonus itself is calculated on the earnings from direct sales and team bonus to all your partners on 11 generations. All right, let's just go through what that means. Now, all right, we'll look at the graph. We see first, second, third generation, so forth, down to 11. And on the first generation, I have a 5% matching bonus. Second, I have a 10, then a 15 on third, 20 on fourth, 15 on fifth, 10 on sixth, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just to make this easy again, we're going to do a 5 times 5 times 5 just to see how many partners we can accumulate. Now, I sponsor in 5 people. Then I have 5 partners that I get a 5% commission on whatever they earn in direct sales and team bonus. They sponsor in 5 each, and I had 25 people on my second line with a 10% matching bonus. They do 5 again. I have 125 on my third generation. They do 5, 6, 25, fifth generation, 31, 25. Sixth generation, I have 15,625 people with a 10% matching bonus on. Let's just look at that. If all of those 15,000 just make 10 euros in a day, I'll earn 15,000 euro. That's a huge bonus. Now, if you go 2, 3, 4 levels more deep, you'll have a couple of 100,000 members. And having a 2, 3, 4, 5% override on that many people and what they make, gives a lot of bonus. So this compensation plan is huge. Now, we actually have one final way to get paid as well, and this is a residual income. Now, this is a diamond pool. We have a career stage that takes you up to diamond, and we have 7 ranks above the diamond as well. And depending on what diamond rank you have, you will receive between 1 to 7 shares in something called a diamond pool. That means that once you hit the rank of diamond, you'll have equity in the company. You're now a co-owner in Swisscoin. And the diamond pool itself, that's set aside by 1% of the total sales done worldwide in Swisscoin. And it pays out 2 times a year. It's the first Saturday in August and first Saturday in February. That means that 1% of the total turnover from Swisscoin will be placed in a pool. Then it will be divided into shares, and then depending on what rank you have, you will receive between 1 to 7 shares twice a year. So that's huge. That can be a huge bonus. Let me just say that when we do 1 billion euros in sale, that will be 1 million euro in that pool. So yeah, that was the compensation plan a little more in depth. I'm going to go back to the other presentation again. I'm just going to switch slides. And yeah, I hope that was a little pretty clear with the compensation plan. We're going to go through the ranking as well, guys, because what we want to do is we want to climb the rankings, of course. We want to achieve that diamond position and get that share in the company. And to do that, what we have to focus on is to help our first line. We have to help our team to help their team so that they all can climb the rankings. That's what it's all about. You know, to reach the first position, you actually only need to accumulate 1,000 BV. And it's a total team sales. It's not by you personally. And you only need to have 2 partners on your first line. It gives you a Swisscoin pin and a Swisscoin certificate for achieving that rank. Now, this also includes actually in all rankings up. So we're going to skip them out and just do the bonus as well. Now, we have the Pearl rank. That's the next one with a 5,000 BV and 1 Jade on your first line, meaning you helped 1 person to achieve the Jade position. That actually gives you 100 euro in bonus. Then we have the Sapphire. It's a 10,000 BV accumulation by your total team, and you have 2 Jades on your first line. That means you took the time to help two people to actually understand the business and start to share this with their network. You understand it good enough so they can actually explain it to their network and build their own. And for that, you actually get an additional €250 bonus. So it's all about helping people, guys. It's all about helping others. We have the Ruby, 25,000 BV and one Pearl on your first line. That's €500 in ranking bonus. And you're looking at the Emerald. That's the 50,000 BV accumulation and one Sapphire. And that gives you €1,000. Now it's starting to get high, huge bonuses. And you're looking at Diamond. As we said, this is where the fun starts. This is where you get equity in the company. And to do this, you need to accumulate 100,000 BV in your total team sales. And then you have one Ruby. You helped one person on your first line to achieve Ruby rank. That gives you €2,000 in ranking bonus. And you also have one share in that diamond pool. And we have several diamonds already in the Swiss Dream Team, emerging from any country and any continent of this world. We have them in Nigeria and Cameroon. We have them in South Africa. We have them in India, South America, Europe. They're everywhere. And guys, you want to be the next diamond in this team. We also have blue diamonds, and the blue diamonds, they accumulate 250,000 BV. They have one emerald on their first line. They helped one person to go emerald, and that gave them €5,000 in ranking bonus. It also gives them 2 shares in the diamond pool. Now that's a cool share to have. We also have green diamonds in the team, and that's 500,000 BV. It's one diamond on their first line, and that's a €10,000 ranking bonus. €10,000, guys. 3 shares in the diamond pool. I know a lot of you guys are actually looking at going green very soon. So it's just going to go more. This shows that this is achievable for everybody, for anybody. And then the purple diamond is a 1 million BV, and they help 2 people to go diamond, meaning you have 2 diamonds on your first line, and it's a €20,000 bonus. The bonuses are huge. And it's 4 shares in the diamond pool. Now you're actually looking at the red diamond. And so far, guys, there's only one red diamond in the entire Swisscoin company. Only one red diamond in the entire Swisscoin company. And that's a 5 million BV accumulation, 5 diamond, and it's a €100,000 ranking bonus. 5 shares in the diamond pool. Now it's going to be fun to see who's going to be the next red diamond. I think I have a clue. Then we have the black diamond. Now we are so early, we still don't have a black diamond in the company. That's 10 million BV, and they helped 10 people to go diamond. Meaning you help 10 people to go diamond. You're 10 personally sponsored. You just focus on helping them to build a team, to use their network, and then helping them to build their network again. And just so it continues on down. That will give you €200,000 in ranking bonus, guys. And you also have 6 shares in the diamond pool, and you're looking at the final position as a double black diamond. The double black diamond does 50 million BV and 20 diamonds on the first line, and it's a €1.4 million ranking bonus. Now that's astonishing, €1.4 million in ranking bonus. So the day after you hit double black diamond, you're €1.4 million richer. And you also have the 7 shares in the diamond pool. Now, I just want to go through the main goals again. We just went through an awesome compensation plan and an awesome marketing or a career plan. It just doesn't get any better than this. But I don't want to lose focus on the main goal because they are so important. And they are about banking the unbanked, guys. Because over 2 billion people, they don't have access to this today. And as we said, you know what happens when you don't have access to proof of ownership or proof of transaction or proof of work? It slows down the evolution of a country or the town, the city, the country, the continent. It just slows down because nobody wants to do business if you can't prove a transaction or if you can't prove the ownership, because nobody knows if you actually own anything. So by giving them actually a banking opportunity, you will actually help the country to evolve as well. Not only will you help people to have a better opportunity or better financial opportunity, but you help the country and the continent itself. Then we have the remittances, because all over the world people pay high fees, and that's just to send or transfer money to loved ones and others. And that should not cost you money. We have a lot of better things to use our money than to pay somebody to transfer our money. So yeah. And then it's about creating that global currency accepted by merchants worldwide. It's a new payment solution. With the blockchain technology, we're looking at the future of payment methods. The cryptocurrency is the future of payment solution. And this is what we're building. This is what we're doing, guys. And how can we actually achieve that mission of becoming a globally accepted currency? Well, first of all, guys, we have to do exactly what we're doing right now. We're building a large network of users and owners of Swisscoin. And why is this important? Why is it important to have a volume of users? Well, it's to attract more merchants, of course. It's also because we're creating a demand on the coin, meaning the value will go up, meaning the demand will be even higher, and even more merchants will come in, because the more people owning the coin, guys, the higher the acceptance. We all know that the more people that has the coin and invest the coin, the higher the acceptance is. And the higher the acceptance amongst the people, the higher the acceptance will be with the merchants, because the people are the merchants. If all the people in one city has Swisscoin and uses Swisscoin, you'll bet you that all the merchants there and somehow involved in Swisscoin, and they want to start using or accepting Swisscoin as well, because they want our business. Guys, the merchants wants our business. We have to understand that, the volume and the masses of the crowd, it is so powerful. It is so, so powerful. And as we know, the higher the acceptance with merchants, the bigger usability of the coin will emerge. That's pretty logical, that the more merchants accepting Swisscoin as a payment method, the more things we can buy with the coin. And you know what? The more things we can buy with the coin, more people will realize that, they will see it, and they will want the coin as well. And that will make the demand even higher. And we all know what happens when the demand of a cryptocurrency increases, so does the value. So this is a part of the strategy that Swisscoin actually uses. This is a part of the strategy to use the network marketing and to use to use the people to actually educate the people even more, create awareness of the business, we have now almost 500,000. That's 500,000 members in 5 months. Bitcoin has 350,000 users in 7 years. Now we're just crushing that. We're creating awareness. We're building a large network. We're having a volume, guys. And as we said, 30,000 merchants are the aim to get in by summer 2017. 30,000 merchants accepting Swisscoin in 1 year. Bitcoin has about 35,000 merchants in 7 years. So this is what we're doing. And yeah, some of the keys to the success. Now, before we actually go over we're going to go over the back office as well, and then we're going to start the Q&A. And some of the keys to the success for this Swisscoin, I want to do them as well, because they are so important. There's 3 things that I have a major belief in, and it's education, it's information, and it's knowledge. And it's self-education, guys. It's information you can find yourself, knowledge about what you want to know. Because, we live in an age where information is everything. It's everything. You base every decision you take upon the information you have. And if you don't have any information about anything, you just let it be. But, that's a decision as well, to just let it be. If you actually knew, the decision might have been else. It might have been the same, but at least you took the decision knowing what you do. So the more you know about this, the more confident you will be as well. You want to educate yourselves on the benefits of the blockchain technology, because we can see this every day. There's articles popping up every day about somebody exploring the blockchain, somebody's adopting the blockchain, somebody's doing this with the blockchain, somebody's trying to do that with the cryptocurrency. And it's not just ordinary, normal, regular people. No, it's major banks, it's governments, it's entire countries. This is huge, and this gives us a small hint of what is to come in the future. We are at the right place in the right time. Success is all about anticipation, timing and anticipation. And you know what? We hit the mother lode here. Cryptocurrency is it. Cryptocurrency is the hottest topic, except blockchain, that's even more hotter. But they're connected anyway. So you want to get educated on the field. You want to be informed instead of just opinionated. And then you can actually build a team of educated miners because you want them to have the same knowledge as you. Almost do a school or a scholarship for this and actually have them educate them on this so they know how to talk about it. They know why they're actually recommending something if they want to work with Swisscoin, because that is so important. Being able to know why you're recommending Swisscoin to someone is the most important thing. Being able to know why the blockchain is so important and why we call it the future of payment. It is so important because with that knowledge, you can answer anything with confidence. Any question that you'll be getting, you can actually answer with confidence. And when you're doing that, when you start to have that confidence, you can start to enjoy the success with Swisscoin. Believe me, we all will. Now we're looking at Dubai in February 4th, and that's going to be an amazing event. This is going to be the launch of the merchant platform and a lot more. And yeah, I think we all know about this. It's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody down there. What we're going to do now is we're actually going to just have a look at the back office. I'm going to share the screen. And we're going to have a look at that because, it's so important that we actually know what we're doing. The back office is our office. The back office is your workstation. This is where you do everything and anything. So it's important to actually know what we're doing. And, the first thing I like to say to a new somebody I sponsor in, a new member in my downline is, go into the back office and click on everything. Just click on everything in the entire menu, because that's how you actually get to learn and know what the back office is and how it works. So, but I'll just walk you through this very quickly. In the blue fields over here, we actually have the coin piece, which is the total amount of coins that you accumulated so far. We have the bonus in start. It shows you the total bonus. We have partners first line, shows you how many partners you have on your first line. That's your direct sponsored. And then we have the career. This means this shows your rankings. We have the coin value, which will go live when we go IPO, or that means on the public market. Then we have the e-wallet, which is the funds you have to use. We have the partner second line, which actually is your entire team under your first line. So this is your entire downline. And then you have the business volume, the BV accumulation. It also shows on the front. Then we have the number of tokens that we go through or that you accumulated. Now this is the tokens I purchased so far before the split. Then I have the cash account. The cash account and the e-wallet is actually the same account. So these funds and these funds are the same. They're not twice. There's not that I have 24, it's 12,000. And then it's the Swisscoin value, 0.08 euro. Difficulty level is 2. Our bonus is, our bonus is calculated daily, and it's a 1,300 bonus. Trading account, this is the 40% that goes to the mandatory trading account that's being reinvested in Swisscoin. And then we have the split indicator. The split indicator is what everybody's watching right now. It's at 96%, and as soon as this hits 100%, all the tokens people have is going to double up. It's going to double up as a bonus, and then they're going to be submitted into mining, and then it's going to mine coins for you, and you're going to get them back to your account. But now is a critical time. Everybody wants to join. 96%. When it hits 100, after your tokens are into mining, that's when a new difficulty level will come. A new value will come, meaning that whoever buys after it hits 100%, that means when it's back down at 0, they will be buying at a higher value, a higher difficulty level, meaning that for the same investment that you did just a week or 2 weeks earlier, they'll get less coins. Now get me right, they'll get less coins, they'll get coins for the same value, but they'll get less coins because the coin value is higher. So yeah, you want to act before the split hits 100%. Now this is a critical time, yeah. I think we all know that and feel that in the team. Everybody wants to come in right now. And then we have the academy level. This shows what package, the highest level of package that you bought. Now, all right, go into your back office, guys, and click on everything you see. This is so important. Now we all see that there's a lot of more. Go and click on them. If I click on my tokens, more, I don't know how many of you did that, but you'll actually see an overview of your tokens, of the packages you'll have. You can see how many packages you have. You'll see how many tokens they have. You'll see how many splits it contains. You'll see if they have been set into mining or if they're not in mining. No, yes. And then you'll have open tokens. These are tokens that have been going through one split and then have several more. So yeah, go in and look at your tokens, guys. You can also see from the shop, you can see my packages. It's actually almost the same, but it doesn't show you anything about the mining if the accounts are in mining. That you can see if you click on the tokens. So click on that one, click on everything else that you can actually see and see if it works, if it's a second account. Now, if you click on e-wallet, what happens? All right, you can actually see the e-wallet details and the commission coming in. So just go in and click on it, guys. It's important that you actually learn your office because you're going to get questions about it. You know, when you share this information with others, you're going to get questions. How does this work? How does that work? And you want to be informed. You don't want to be there saying, you know, I don't actually know. And I don't know how to use my office. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. All right, info news. This is also a section you want to keep track of because this is actually where all the news from companies. This is where you can see this is about know your customer. We now have to do the KYC up until tomorrow. After that, we're not going to do any transfers or to have a payout request of our commission until we do the KYC. We all knew about it a long time, so yeah, we knew it will come. But yeah, this information is vital. So keep a track of that. Basic data, this is actually your profile. This is the KYC. Change password, my order, my invoice. This is your orders. Transaction password is the password you do when you send funds. This is also needed. If you don't have it, you can click on send transaction password, and then you get a new one and you go and change it to your own. Accounts, you have cash, trading, tokens, Swisscoin. Go and click on them. Click on everything you can see here as well and on the new sites because you want to learn it. E-wallet, e-wallet details, transfer funds. This is how you transfer funds to anybody. Transfer to, you do the username, you do the amount, submit, then you have to enter your transaction password. Details, request payout release. This is where you can actually withdraw the money you have in the e-wallet. Charge the e-wallet. Network, you have your upline, first line, a graphic overview of your entire team. Different bonuses, the shop, view the compensation. Now, this is in German right now, but you can use Google Translate, or you can actually use Google Chrome and it will translate often automatically. Or you can actually also do this because a lot of people that tell me or ask me, you know, they're doing it in German. They can't. They have to do it in English. I can't read what it is. It's very, very simple. You highlight, you copy it, you go to Google, you do German to English translate. And you just click on the freetranslation.com, you enter the text, and then we have it magically popping up here in English. Now you have to change that one maybe from German to English. So now, this is what it says. Let us now look at the compensation plan from Swisscoin, and it's really exceptional. No other comparable model is so profitable distribution on such as Swisscoin. Now this is the German, actually, they have a rather strange spelling on it. So this is actually how it looks when it comes over to English. But here you can actually read. You can get all the information you need, even if it's in German. It's just about having a little bit of imagination, guys. So I know a lot of people want to have it in German, I know in English as soon as possible, but we can manage. The company has a lot of other important things to do, but it will be coming in English very soon. So not to worry. But for now, we can actually use Google Translate or whatever. All right, we have, yeah, the compensation, foundation, exchange. This is also important to know. We were told that we're going to have the internal exchange at February 4th. Now, this is not going to happen anymore. The internal exchange is not going to open on February 4th. As we see here in the exchange, we can see the information that due to the forthcoming IPO of Swisscoin in 2017, that means, as we know, IPO is initial public offering. This is when we're transforming the company from a private company to a public company. And this is when the blockchain and Swisscoin will be on the public exchange. So due to the forthcoming of IPO Swisscoin 2017, we are forced to keep the internal exchange closed for 4 weeks before the IPO, meaning that we will not open in February 4th. It will open 4 weeks before we go public. Now, we don't actually have a set date on when we'll go public, but we will go public in 2017. So yeah, we don't actually need internal trading before that anyway, because what it is actually just it's an internal trading platform where members can trade coins. And what member will actually buy coins now when they can buy packages and get twice or 4 times or 8 times the value in terms of the splits? So yeah, why they're doing this is because they will not be subjected to too high volatility of the coin. That means a fluctuation in the coin value, which everything actually will be having. And thus we can actually create the same conditions for every user and investor on the day of the IPO. So, all the information, all the questions we actually have, most oftenly they can be answered by the back office. We have everything we need. This is the workshop Reartrib. Now, if you go into it and you do Google translation on it, it's going to be downloaded as a Word document. You're going to see that this is actually a merchant workshop tour. So this is where all interested merchants and marketers to work with this is going to do an interest form, and they will be contacted by company because we're doing a workshop tour the first quarter of 2017. I mean, it's next year. So yeah, guys, go in, click on your back office, get to learn this, get to know this. This is your office. This is where you do your business. The more you know, the more confident you will be, the better you will do the business. It's easier to build a business when you know a little bit about it. All right, that was about the walkthrough of the back office. We're gonna go in, and we're actually gonna do the Q&A right now. So guys, if you have any questions, anything, you needed clarification on something, you have any questions or wonderings, anything your downline asked you but you can't answer, type that into the chat box right now. I'll read out the question and I'll answer it. It's important that we actually learn and we get the right information. And yeah, if there's anything that's unclear or if there's any question, just type it in the chat box and we'll go through it. Now, I also have to say that I'm very, very proud of everybody in the Swiss Dream team. Now, you guys are doing an awesome job. The team is turning heads everywhere, all over the world. And I mean, we have a huge amount of jades and pearls, rubies, emeralds, amount of diamonds and blue diamonds, green diamonds, and this is awesome to see that the team is growing that fast and that people actually see that you guys see this opportunity and you're running with it. This is very, very important. And I also see that a lot of people are now catching up on my, what can we say, the famous quote of be the upline you always wanted to have. Now, be the upline you always wanted to have. Just think about that, because you always wished for an upline. And how it was that upline? You wished he would answer the call, and you wish he would do that, or she would do this, and so on and so on. Now, all of these things, do that for your downline. Now, if everybody can go by the expression or think that way, be the upline you always wanted to have, the business will bloom, it will boost, it will boom. It's going to be incredible. All right, we got a couple of questions coming in now. On how many levels deep do you get to earn commissions? Is it better to build wide or deep? Now, as we went through the compensation plan, Ola, it's much better to build wide. The only way to build is wide, and you can have as many people on the width as possible, and they will automatically start to build the depth, because your first line, everybody who's placed on a linear line under you, the people you sponsor in, they will start to build a network as well, and they will automatically build the second line. So the more people you have on the first line, the more people you have building the second line. And then the more people you actually have on the second line, the more will build the third line, and then the third will build the fourth line. So, and regarding how many levels deep that you get to earn commission, the team bonus goes through infinity. There's no stop on the infinity. It goes down through infinity of levels. The matching bonus goes down through 11 levels of generations. All right, I hope that was clear for you, Ola. Caro, in South Africa, we are unable to use credit card to fund OKPay. When will we have the credit card option? I don't have a date on that yet, Caro. The only thing I know now is that they're actually they're bringing in a debit card option. So they're going to bring in the credit card, debit card option. I can't say a date on it. Right now, I know that the management is in Vietnam. They're going to be back on the 18th. So I will be doing all these questions regarding the new payment options on the 19th when they're back. But hopefully very soon. I can almost guarantee it will be before the next upcoming split, so to say. Why is it so difficult to upload files for the KYC? Now, it's not that difficult to upload files for the KYC. Let me just actually share the screen again, and I'll show you guys. What you need in order for you to do your KYC is a picture ID and a letter, a utility bill or a bank statement or something similar like that, stating your name and address. And then you want to go to basic data, and you want to go to the KYC submenu. And here you can actually see what it says. Now you need to upload these and these documents, so such and such. Now, for individuals, we have personal documents, photographic ID. You can have the passport, identity card, electoral identity card, or driving license. You can use one of those. And then for the address, you can use the utility bill, like phone, electricity, and it cannot be older than 3 months, a bank statement, savings books, or official writing of the public administration with letterhead, e.g. confirmation of the registration on the registration office. So one of these things is what you can use for the address, and one of these things is what you can use for the personal documents or the picture ID. Now, and if it's a company, now you have other options as well. Now, what you do now is you scroll down to the KYC, you have ID passport. Now, this is where you do the picture ID. You click on file upload, you select the file you want, and you open it, and then you take the back. Now, if it doesn't have a back, you just upload the front once more. And then you upload the proof of address, and then you click on upload, and then it will say up here, besides the KYC, confirm the upload or something in a green text. I'm not exactly verified upload and confirm upload. So yeah, it's not that difficult actually. You just need to have the documents, and you just go in, file upload, file upload, file upload, file upload, and then you click on the red upload, and then it should be done. All right, let's stop screen sharing. And then we have Chinoso. I want to ask, once trading start and maybe wish to trade with international clients, do they fund their Swisscoin e-wallets and send the payments as we trade the currency? You know, I'm actually not 100% sure, Chinoso. Once the trading starts, once we're out on the public, it's going to be traded exactly like Bitcoin. We're also going to have, it's probably going to be some kind of an app connected to the whole thing as well, that is out on the public. I know it's going to be an app for the merchants and to connect with them and to use the coin and buy from them. But public trading is public trading. Bitcoin is publicly traded. So that's how it's gonna work, if I'm not mistaken. So let me see. You tried nonstop for 2 days now. Yeah, try the way I showed you now to upload the KYC. As you also says, try minimizing the file size. The limit is 2 megabytes. You already did that. Venita, will the company look for merchants in South Africa? Yes, of course, Venita. We're looking for merchants all over. It's also up to us as marketers to help bring in merchants, because let's just, as an example, I'm pretty sure, Venita, that you have in your downline somebody owning a business, and they're already in Swisscoin. They're already invested in Swisscoin. They have a belief in Swisscoin. Now, what you want to do is you want to talk to that person, and you want to make him more interested, or have him be aware of the merchant tour or the merchant possibility of accepting Swisscoin as well. And that the next year we will now do the workshop tour for the merchants, where we'll be going through the benefits of accepting the coin and the benefits for merchants, the benefits for customers, the app itself, the IPO launch, a lot of things that's very interesting. So we are bringing in a lot of merchants. We are bringing in a lot of people, and the people are the merchants. And then we have people who's working actively already now, running around with this document to merchants all over their city or their town, and promoting Swisscoin as a payment method for them, and having them to sign up the interest form to get to learn more when we're doing the workshop tour. So guys, bring in merchants. The more merchants we have, the higher the usability of the coin, the higher the demand of the coin, and i.e. higher the value. Yeah. Irina, I do not have a passport. I am from Slovenia. Can I use the ID card for identification, and how? Yeah, is the ID card a picture ID, Irina? If it's not, if you have a driver's license, you can use that. Most of the ID cards do have a picture ID, so if it has that, you can use that, and you just want to scan it in, and then you can upload. You scan the file. If you don't have a scanner at home, you can go to a company nearby and ask to lend theirs there on spot. It takes 5 seconds to just scan it and email it back home to yourself, and then you can upload it. Ola, how soon will the company look for merchants in South Africa? Well, as I just went through it, we're already looking through them. We're already looking for them. We have a lot of what can we say? We have great people and great marketers in South Africa that are already promoting and bringing in companies. We're getting a lot of emails from companies that are wanting to attend this workshop tour in the first quarter next year, and yeah, so that's already in the process. Rory, please, can you send me the link out to the recording meeting tonight so that I can share with some prospects that were not on the meeting? Sure, Rory, I'll be doing that. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp. I'll also be posting the webinar link in all the groups and upload it on YouTube, so it's there for everybody to actually look at it again or share it with your team. It will be good for everybody. I share a lot of the Swiss Dream Team. I share a lot of the Swiss Dream Team a lot to my contacts, but I found out that some of them registered through a link there. Is there any to avoid the link there? Do you mean it might link on the Swiss Dream Team website? If so, yeah, I've already been looking into removing it, and instead I'm going to write a piece where it just says, if you're interested in continuing with Swisscoin, please get back to the person who sent you this website or if they don't have anybody, they will have to email into the Swiss Dream Team contact page. So yeah, that's gonna be done, Ivan Max. So question 2. We know trading the currency P2B will be made available, but since sales of the token to mine coin option is still made available, won't members prefer to invest to get token compared to trading on the recent value? Yeah, that's a very good question, So I don't actually have the direct question or direct answer on that right now, because I need to talk to company about that first. I need to get that clear for me first before I actually started. But yeah, it is, right now, as long as it's buying packages, it's a higher value. Now, when the packages are done, there's going to be a tremendous demand on buying the coin, because suddenly the package stops. So, I mean, that is when you truly will profit. But there's a lot of people who don't want to, who doesn't do that as well, or just want to go buy the coin as well, or they need it for the merchants. But as said, we're doing the merchants. That's our main goal, to build the utility of the coin and be able to use the coin for whatever. So now our ultimate goal, is for you not having or not to be able to have to sell the coin at all. That's the main goal. We don't want you to be able to sell the coin at all. We want you to actually be able to go out there and use Swisscoin just as you use Euro, or just as you use Naira today, to purchase whatever you want. So hopefully that will be it, and of course it will be a couple of years up until that. Benita, where can we find the documents to approach merchants? You can find it in the back office, but text me. Let me know in the groups, or if you have my direct number, just text me and I'll send you the documents on WhatsApp. Then you can pull it out on your computer, or we go to the groups and you can just drop your email and I'll send it to email to everybody. Daniel, do you mean 2 megabytes for each document? Carol, take a photo with your cell phone and email to yourself. Yeah, that's a good thing. And now we're talking about the KYC documents. Question 3. Outside the form provided for merchants invitation, is there any special page for merchants to register? There will be, there will be on the website when this is launching. I believe that will happen as soon as the management is back home from Vietnam. As soon as that's launching, it will be an interest form on the website. Now, this is where merchants that are just interested in learning more about Swisscoin, or maybe accepting the coin, they can sign up their interest. Now, they actually do need to have a referral. They need to have a referral username. So in order to actually do that interest form, they also have to have a username. So if they were referred by you, they have to enter your username and then their details in order for actually to sign up as an interest merchant. Because there will be some form of compensation for the marketers that are bringing in merchants. And I don't know anything about the compensation or how it will look or anything, but I know it will be some form of compensation from company for bringing in merchants. So we're probably looking at a residual income over there. All right. No more questions coming in? If not, I think we're going to round up there. We've been on for an hour, almost an hour and a half, actually. Let me see. I think there may be one final. Is there a last question? Yeah, if there's a last question, go on. I'll talk a little bit more. Now, it's good that we actually do this, and I think the Q&A is helping us a lot, and I'm very glad to see 20-30 people plus on the webinars at all time. This means we have a lot of actually very, very committed to the business, and you guys know that being on these calls, even if it's the same presentation, it's always some different information to learn. There's always something new to learn. So yeah, I'm very, very, very glad to see you guys, everybody here. It's a pleasure, Carol. Thanks for being on. You're doing a fantastic job. And so once we have mined 10 billion Swisscoin, we become open source, right? Yes, that's correct. That's correct, so we will become an open source blockchain. Now, this is important. We need to be that in order to actually be a real cryptocurrency in a lot of people's eyes. But yeah, you know, hopefully it will be before the 10 billions as well. You know, hopefully it will be in the, when 8 billions is mined for the people, or for the remainings that are set aside for company. You know, that's, you know, at that time the difficulty is going to be so high. So it's going to be just like Bitcoin. You know, you don't have a private person mining Bitcoin today. You know, it costs too much. It's not cost efficient, so to say. So you have big companies with mining farms mining the coin to getting it out and then selling it to the public to make even more money. So you know that's probably how it's going to be in the final 20% there as well, because difficulty goes up as the value goes up. So they are trying to make early investors benefit the most and get to own uh, uh, the coin. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, that's the exact thing. You know, early investors, the people that are here from start, backing the vision of the company up, backing the company up in what they're trying to do. That's the people who will benefit. We are the one that's benefiting maximum from Swisscoin. The early investors, we are the one that will benefit. There will be for everybody. It will be for everybody to benefit from. But the early investors, we are here to benefit the most. I'm glad to hear. I enjoy this time as well. All right, if there's anything else, let's do that in the groups. We have to. It's taking a lot of time now. I have to cut it short. And Tuesday, guys, we're doing the next webinar on Tuesday, same time, same place. Make sure to bring your prospects. Make sure to bring your team. Invite everybody. All right, wishing you all a fantastic evening. Can't wait till see you again on Tuesday. All right, have fun. Bye bye.